Hey everyone, Thomas here, chiming in before we get started. Wanted to let you know that this week's episode was recorded on Discord rather than through multiple channels and mics and all of that jazz, because we were remote recording with our friend Tristan, who will be in the booth, the commentary booth for the Common Ground Cup in just a couple of days as you're hearing this. But we're all recording from our separate homes, James and Cameron from their place, me from my place, and Tristan from his, just because of the ice storm that hit Nashville over the last weekend. And so we, had some technical things to figure out, and this is the best we got. So I'm sure you'll enjoy the episode all the same. It's a great chat about the metagame going into the event, chronicling Tristan's approach to the format. He's a longtime Pauper gamer, so he has a lot of fun insights on where the format's at right now. So I hope you'll enjoy. And for those of you who are either going to be chiming in on the live stream in chat and watching the action, or if you're going to be there in person, thank you so much for being a part of this. We're really looking forward to bringing you another great event and just getting to see more high-level Pauper being played. So without further ado, here is episode 111 featuring Tristan Aita. All right, I'm recording.
How'd that sound?
No, we're recording.
Do you want us to record on Audacity too? Or no? Is that pretty?
It won't do anything for me.
I didn't think so, because it's like if it's up, it's like what's just Hippo and I's audio gonna do?
Yep. Are we still doing the thing where we don't talk over each other at all?
We can talk over each other some. I've got it balanced as best I can, and we should be good.
I want to make things as difficult as possible for you. I really want to test your skills,
Good.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast. Your favorite podcast. We talk about your favorite format, Pauper. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler. It is episode 111. I am joined, as always, by Thomas Mannered Gun. What's happening?
Oh, I get Maynard. Okay. No, I'm good. I mean, I got some pipes. I got some pipes for it. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just hanging out. It's been a while.
Enjoying the cold.
Yeah, I guess I'll say ice in more ways than one, because I live in Nashville and the ice storm is also bad here. So yeah, it's been.
Did Thomas just say he's laying pipe? Did I miss that?
So no, I was able to venture out for a few more groceries today, but the city of Nashville is mostly shut down from all of this ice storm that hit us over the weekend. So I'm out a couple days of work, but we are warm and we are safe. We only lost power for a few hours. Some of our friends have not been so lucky.
Yeah, Hippo and I got lucky. We haven't lost power at all.
I figured out why.
Why?
We're on the same we're on the same grid as a hospital.
That's awesome.
But I think that's why. I'm pretty sure that's why, because the hospital's right here.
And
that's convenient.
I mean, yeah. I went out for groceries today too, and it was beautiful. Like the trees just coated in ice, super pretty. All the branches are like curved downwards, facing towards the road. Really pretty. Sucks that there's just like trees everywhere in the road, but like the roads themselves, besides the random trees you run into, are pretty good. So I hope everyone.
Besides the dangerous tree snappings, it is quite beautiful.
It is. But also joined by James Mannered Hieronymus. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm Mannered
this week. Everyone's Mannered.
There's two.
Bad manners are still manners,
Yeah. Bad manners are still. You almost got the reference, Tristan. How's Hippo doing?
I am wonderful.
Good.
Also, we got lucky. We've had a good time through this nice nonsense.
I was in the bathroom today playing a game of Battlegrounds, as one does, because that's my toilet game of choice. And I just hear the smoke alarms go off like 3 different times while I'm in the bathroom. And I figured, because they're super sensitive, like I've opened the air fryer before, 0 smoke has come out, and it sets off the alarm.
Ours will do that occasionally.
This time there was actually smoke.
Yeah, so I figured it was just that. I walk out of the bathroom and it's super hazy. It like looks like Cheech and Chong were hanging out in our apartment. And I'm like, dude, what did you burn? Just some butter that's smoked up.
Yeah.
Also joined by Tristan Mannered Soul Maka.
Oh,
I don't know your last name, but honestly.
Okay, we go by Gallade mostly in the Magic community. It's fine.
Wait, so why did I call you Soul Maka?
You were feeling.
Yeah, why did you
heart?
Because it's so SoIMBAGallade. So you think it's
Gallade.
soul, but it's an I.
It's imbalanced. Imba. It's the Korean in me.
Yeah, that's my brain. I just saw the SO and immediately auto-filled the Soul Maka. So so your name's Tristan. What's the MTGO handle or the
Yeah,
online name you go by?
SoIMBAGallade is my has been my handle for MTGO a while. I'm good. I'm enjoying this ice storm a lot less than you guys are, that's for sure, because I haven't left the house in like 4 days. I'm like a degenerate person now, but
Dude, I haven't showered in 3 days.
yeah.
I've showered every day.
I'm having trouble making phone calls this weekend, and you guys were just like, oh yeah, I went to the grocery store, it was beautiful.
Wait, some Legos.
Cubed.
Yeah, cubed.
Lot of
That was
cube,
pretty fun.
Yeah. We did a snow day cube again.
But
Yeah.
we got you on for the episode. When you're hearing this Thursday, this weekend will be the Common Ground Cup 3 Winter Ice Storm
yeah.
Edition. Every road should be all clear and stuff by then. But Tristan will be joining us in the commentary booth, as we mentioned in previous episodes. Thomas will be behind the scenes. So if you're there, you'll be able to see a lot of Thomas. He'll be running around crazily. Make sure you say hi to him. Mm-hmm. Catch his mood first, though. See if he looks frantic.
Don't get bridezillaed.
Don't get bridezilla.
Yeah, don't get bridezilla. Careful. I run a tight show.
Thomas, you have some housekeeping for us before we dive into it?
Sure. Yeah.
I guess what's the broader? Do you want to give us a menu list? What do they call them? Like a fixed menu at like a fancy restaurant?
Oh, sure, just some appetizers. Some I don't know exactly where you're getting at with that one, but
Amuse-bouche.
some an amuse-bouche.
Well, when you don't order, they just bring you a course meal. Do you want to?
A full
peek at the
course
courses
meal,
we have lined up
prepared.
today?
A prepared. God, what's that called? A tasting menu. Yeah, we got a few events. We got a few events to play. Primarily, as Cameron mentioned, we do have the Common Ground Cup. It's in 2 days as you're hearing this. It's this coming Saturday. So if you are not already signed up and you're planning on playing, please do sign up. As of time of recording, we got 50 slots left, which means we got 30 people signed up already, which is very good numbers for Magic players. So thank you, everyone who signed up early, and I'm sure we'll see a bunch more people sign up throughout the rest of the week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pauper, 2K or more in cash available, including some extra bounty prizes that Tristan's going to talk about with us. We're gonna set some other stretch goals for y'all. Some extra store credit for first place, trophy for first place, a signed foil set of bolts for first place, as well as some additional little prizes here and there that may pop up, and more importantly, it's going to be a huge opportunity to connect with your local Pauper players in the Middle Tennessee area. A bunch of people are traveling in again. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be live streaming the whole thing. So, like Cameron said, Cameron, Tristan, and James will be in the booth and bringing you the live action, and I'll be running around, maybe conducting some interviews here and there, and making the production happen alongside director Kyle. It's going to be a lot of fun. Huge shout out and thank you, as always, to Game Night and everyone down there, and Steven, and making this possible, and as well as alum of the pod Austin for being our head judge. It's really a whole family effort to really make it all come together. This wild Pauper family we have together here. So yeah, thank you to everyone who signed up. I'm excited. I know y'all are excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really nice, fun event after the storm this weekend. Just kind of shut everything down. It's going to be really nice to have that. We have something to look forward to.
Oh, very, 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 very.
I'm excited. I think I've burnt all the stress this weekend, so now next weekend is I'm good. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
It's like a sage cleansing. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna go great.
There you go. Real quick before we continue, 3 little other notes to make. February 7th is upcoming a Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky. They had their Win a Duel moved from this past Saturday up to Saturday, February 7th, so you can go compete for a tropical island, I believe, again up there, or it might be a tundra this time. I'm not sure. It's one of the blue ones
this time.
Yeah, it's one of the blue ones, so it's one of the good ones. Yeah, so that is going on in Louisville, Kentucky, the weekend after the Cup. I want to shout out our friends in the Piedmont Pauper League over in North Carolina. They had 22 people for their January event. The North Carolina got hit with the weather a little bit later than we did, so they managed to still have their event with a little weather interruption. So they had a great time. And their next event's coming up in February, and we'll have the links down in the description, as well as links to the Pauper Pacific Northwest. The Cascadia Pauper Circuit is kicking off in February as well, and we're going to chat with the organizer, Ethan, shortly, within the next couple weeks or so. Yeah, lots of cool Pauper events happening. And yeah, that's Pauper. Come watch the cup. Yeah. In related to the cup, unless you guys want to kick off with anything in particular, I do have a cup related email to read.
Oh yeah, hit us. I'm excited.
All right, cool.
You built the suspension.
I have. All right, this one comes from listener, famous question asker Elliot, who has written in
Famous question.
who wrote
Notorious.
Notorious, if you will, who wrote in back in
I
just 5 days ago saying, howdy, idea. Host a cube event at game night the day after each Common Ground Cup. My friends and I would be coming in from hours out of town and would want to stay more than a day. Maybe having cube the day after would allow you three to scratch your itch after watching others enjoy Pauper the day before. Would be a great way to establish yourselves at being a rising cube podcast. Can't come this winter, but planning on making the pilgrimage this summer. Looking forward to seeing you, Elliot. Thoughts? Happy birthday to Thomas, explicitly not Hippo. Elliot.
I like that side note there at the end. That's funny. I wonder how many times when I tell somebody happy birthday now, it's just like, is it actually their birthday? I love that idea. That's something we should talk to Steven about this weekend. Even if like we cap it at like 32 or something, which is pretty intense. So it's like,
yep.
If we have 60 for the cup, it's sign up for this cube event as soon as it's opened up. But I think it would have to start at something like 32. But I'm sure that even if this doesn't happen next time, if people are in town and they want a cube the next day,
we can make cube happen.
We can make cube happen at game night for sure.
Yep.
Like I'm sure Steven would be not mad at all if we're like, hey, can we hang out here Sunday and
use your store?
Yeah, cube a bunch. I'm sure he'd be more than happy about that.
Yeah. I'm sure if whether it's game night or even maybe we partner with another store as well if they have stuff going on the following day, but I'm sure we can figure something out. It'd be nice to do it at game night. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
As we transition to our more cube focused topics. Tristan, you threw the idea of this bounty thing around. Would you like to explain more about that?
Yeah, I just big
or do you want to introduce a little bit more of yourself to the Pauper community as a whole?
Yeah,
because you're no stranger to commentary.
It's true. I am SoIMBAGallade. I've done some commentating for trios and some other events. I am a big MTGO grinder. It's kind of where my Magic bread and butter has been for, 15 years or something ridiculous like that. Freshman year of college, 2012 or so. So I've, big grinder, big into it. I've always loved Pauper. A lot of people don't know this, but Pauper was the first format I went infinite on at MTGO. So respect, rest in peace, Cloud and Fairies.
Back when
you could do ridiculous things with Cloud of Fairies back in the day, and I just abused that for about 100 tickets a week. It was great. But no, I do love like a big community events like this. So as soon as they came up, I was like, "Hey, Thomas, I want to do something fun. Do it there." So one of the things we decided on is we're definitely going to do a 9th place, maybe 10th place bad beats prize for anyone who just misses top 8 through some nonsense bullshit. Through some breakers nonsense because someone dropped that shouldn't have or something. But then we're each going to do a bounty where we're each going to pick a card to whichever places the best with this card, and we'll do a prize. It's either going to be $50, $100, something like that, just a little fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is definitely going to be Ephemerate because Ephemerate is the most underplayed card in Pauper at any given moment, including now, I think.
So it's the highest placing deck list with these cards in it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think for Ephemerate, for me, it'll be 3 or 4.
3 or 4
you're going to
copies.
have your own rule set, but however you guys want to set up your own bounties, that's fine. For me, you need to have at least 3. If you want to do Ephemerate with 3 main deck, that I'll still count that.
Cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. 3 main deck seems appropriate because 4 can kind of start to be gummy. I can understand that.
If I play Dega Ephemerate with 3, if I don't get a prize because of that, I would be
play
very
what?
Oh, he's old school.
What do you play?
Mardu Ephemerate,
yeah.
Dega, Mardu, whatever. Oh, listen, I'm old. All right, leave me alone.
Don't bully him like that, Cameron.
No, I know it from the Dega something from the invasion block though.
Dega Synth,
yeah,
Degamancer.
Yep, Degamancer. Yep. So
Dega
that's
Synth
where they
is
got
probably
the name
my
from.
most played Pauper deck of the past few years. So
The synth deck is so sweet.
Dega Synth is hilarious.
Dude, the synth deck is so cool.
So Tristan, yours is 3 Ephemerate, Thomas, do you have a card in mind for bounty?
I do. I would like to place Cauldron Familiar on my bounty list. I think that I've been singing its praises for a long, long time. It's a card that it can be broken in other formats, or has been from time to time. And being down, just another card being downshifted to Pauper that does like this unique thing, and we're now seeing it pop up in these pestilence decks that are like a little bit somewhere in between like a hard food combo and like a Garden's control deck. And now we're also seeing this pop up in this new altar combo where the Astronaut's Altar sacking the cat makes mana so that you can play another food, and then the food draws a card in some way and you get the cat back, and you can kind of start looping through your deck until you get to loop Mirror Retrievers and do all sorts of nonsense similar to the Altertron lists. So Cauldron Familiar has been popping up more often, and it's still, people will try it with like, you know, Breathless Night decks and like random random other things like that. I think it has some homes, but it's not a fixture, and I really, really like the card, so I would like to place Cauldron, a bounty on the highest placing list featuring Cauldron Familiar. And I think I'm going to say you have to have at least, I'm going to say similar to Tristan, you also have to have at least 3 Cauldron Familiars in your main deck for this bounty, I think.
This is a fun one, because first of all, it could win the event. That altar deck is disgusting. I never lost a golden egg as much as I have.
right?
Resolves Olympus. So like, this is busted. You're drawing cards, getting creatures back, mana. And I think that there's multiple options there. So this is a really cool one. I'm excited to see who shows up with this deck. I don't think it's going to be the most played deck in the room, but it could definitely easily win this week.
Yeah.
It would also follow the trend of a green-black deck winning our tournament.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. One, a green-black deck that has a little bit of red cards in it. So that'd make perfect sense.
The latest
really
versions
funny.
aren't playing red either.
It's just multi gatekeeper, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just saw one.
It's like barely.
Some of them have cut the red cards and are playing like Tolarian Winds instead, so they can combo faster without the need for molten
Okay,
gatekeeper.
I saw a 5-0 list of this deck recently, and I didn't know this card existed. It was a single blue mana for a sorcery from Antiquities.
Is this the Draftman's restoration?
Yes! Is it put any number of target artifacts from
yeah.
either player's graveyard
I stumbled upon
on
it the
top
other day
of their library?
too.
Oh my god, that is
that card because never read it before in my life. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
That actually is sweet.
You stack all your ramen noodles back on top of your library and your nutrient blocks.
Yeah.
And you just start comboing through it again. That is so cool. So Thomas, you're saying Cauldron Familiar, at least 3 of them in a deck.
At least 3 copies. That way, like, if it's got to be like a real part of the deck. It's not like if a spy combo deck randomly has one with like a many partings package, so that they can like have some extra dread return insurance. You know,
we have this weird power where we'll start talking about a card where Thomas, you've been talking about Cauldron Familiar pretty recently, and you're just saying, man, I feel like there's just like something people can be
with
doing
Molten
with these things for
Gatekeeper,
months.
Cauldron Familiar, yeah, and then it'll happen.
It pops up.
This keeps happening, and I don't think it's us, but it keeps happening.
No, I think it's just because all the Pauper brewers have something wrong with them in their head, and they just want to
Thomas
some
Mannered Trendsetter Gun. That's what we called him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thomas Mannered Trendsetter.
I'm a trendsetter, all right. That's
Hippo,
what
what's your
known
bounty
for.
card?
I'm gonna go with an old school one here. I'm gonna go with Mystical Teachings.
Okay. How many
yeah.
copies?
I'll follow the trend. You gotta have 3 of them in your main.
3 of them in your main. Okay.
At minimum 3.
A minimum 3. Perfect.
The 4th would be Heat.
You're gonna summon Rardy here.
After I like had that in my head as the card, I was like, oh, that's probably what it's gonna be. But this is still really funny.
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing that card exist in the format. It's very fun.
That's true. It's kind of funny because I think how many Tron usually just plays 2 of them. Yeah.
1, 2,
1 to
maybe.
2.
Okay, so
yeah.
if there's any, 2 because you can have the option of teachings for the second teachings at the very least, yeah. So if there's any sicko Flickertron players that are planning on playing this weekend, just bump that number up 1 more to 3, and there you go. You making the criteria. The bounty card I'm going to choose is 4 copies of Basilisk Gates. So I want a 3-color deck with 4-color Basilisk Gates, and I'm not going to count Cog Gates. So your classic blue-white splash red for sideboard cards, Squadron Hawk, that will not count. So don't try any funny business. I'll use my discretion
And you mean four? You mean 4 copies of Basilisk Gate, not 4 colors of Basilisk Gate, correct?
Oh yes, 4 copies of Basilisk Gate, but a 3-color deck.
I think we need to. I think we have to decide this day of, because if someone plays like black red gates, I'm still gonna want to give them this bounty because that's gonna be.
That is pretty sick. If you can make
that's fair.
An off the wall gates deck.
Yeah,
yes.
not call gates. I'm with you there. 3 colors fine, but like
basically just not blue white call gates.
4 Basilisk Gates and not
something new with
blue,
Basilisk Gate.
gates.
Yeah, give us a new flavor of Basilisk Gate that we have not seen.
Like Naya Gates, perhaps,
or Bant Terror. There are some lists available for you. You can just copy and paste 2 really great Bant Terror Gates lists.
I'm going against Sigurd, and y'all doing 3 copies. I'm doing all 4. I want 4 Basilisk Gates.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm gonna say let's say this bounty's $100. I think it's probably going to end up being. So we'll just lock that in now. That way you can't back out later. So
$100 for each one.
For each one, yeah, we'll lock it in that way. Highest placing has to be at least an even record, because I don't want an 04 drop. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. No, that I like that. Maybe
even is too aggressive. Let's say 2 wins.
Or you played all the rounds.
Yes, you go 2-4. I'll still give it to you. That's fine.
Yeah, you played all the rounds. Okay. Yeah, you gotta play all the rounds. But if you are the only one and you are 2-4, then all right, congratulations.
Still generous.
That's
good.
Great. I'm into that.
If I was playing in this tournament, you know what I would do?
Put them all on one deck, and then
I would brew a deck with 3 Ephemerates, 3 Cauldron Familiar, 3 Mystical Teachlings, and 4 Basilisk Gates.
All right, but if you go 06 with that deck, you're gonna feel real silly for wasting your day.
Yeah. If someone else shows up with everything, but my hope would be I would just get there off pure skill, though. Maybe finish off like a cool 3-4 record. So somebody else is playing this deck for you then, because. Yeah, I'm gonna pay someone's entry and be like, look, you got to do this.
So if someone wants to do that, if someone takes 9th and gets every bounty, that's fine. With this deck of all Ephemerate Cauldron Familiar, you know what?
Dude, that'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
They'll be I'll get their own trophy. They'll be immortalized forever in the bounty cup.
I'll get their name tramp stamp tattooed on me.
That's binding. We all heard it.
It's canon. If someone places exactly 9th with
this description,
I will get your name tattooed on my body with all 4 of these bounties, and you get exactly 9th, not 10th, not 8th. You can't win it.
Yeah, you also have to get 9th to get the 5th one.
You're trying to manipulate draws so that you're the only 9th placer.
Everyone's scooping you.
It's a Mystical Teachings deck. It's going to go to time anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I'm excited. There's a lot of directions people can take that with. These are all cards that scream brew around me: Ephemerate, Cauldron Familiar, Mystical Teachings, and Basilisk Gates. So
and some decks that already have these as staples in their deck. Like if someone wants to play Jeskai Ephemerate and show up and have a good time and they do well, then they also get the Ephemerate bonus. It's just whether or not that deck can hang with the current meta or the meta of the room. It could hang with the meta of the room. I guess we're gonna kind of talk about that a little too. Yeah, these are cool. This is a great idea, Tristan. Thank you for
should be fun
bringing this to us.
Shall we transition to just over a broad meta view and just kind of what we expect to show up? There's a few pretty cool tournaments that's been happening lately. The tournaments have been pretty spicy.
I'd be interested to hear where Tristan has started with his Pauper prep and kind of what his overall view of the format is coming in. You mentioned you really like Pauper, and I know you've been playing a lot of Pauper in preparation for this. So I'd be interested to hear where your journey has been, and then we can kind of cross-reference that as we go through the rest of the meta. Take a look at some tournaments.
Yeah, this is my favorite time to play a format in brew too, where things are pretty static, but also there's a lot of brewing potential, and innovations are small but meaningful. Because we do see a clear top level decks you're going to run into. You're going to run into madness every challenge, no matter what. You're going to run into a certain Word of Terror or Fae or one of these blue decks. But there's still a lot of cool developments happening. We've been talking, you guys have talked about it a bit, but Elves coming back is just not something I expected at all, and it's awesome to see. You're seeing sideboard shift drastically because of it also, and we're going to talk about what we expect in the cup, but I definitely think Elves is going to go. Someone who's a dedicated Elves player is going to run rampant, I think.
I said that last week to some of our friends as well. I was like, I think Elves is a really good shot at winning this tournament.
Yeah.
Especially if you're tight and know your matchups with it, and like you already have, if you're not like learning on the fly this week, for instance, not that it's necessarily a super hard deck to pick up and learn over a week, but like if you're locked in, like you could easily beat any of these decks right now.
I mean, Pauper is one of those things where I think some of the decks aren't very hard to learn. Most of these decks are pretty straightforward to learn. You could play this tournament. It's 7 rounds. You could play against 7 different decks, and then knowing your position against 7 different decks and what their plan is against you. That's the hard part about Pauper. It's not what you're doing; it's what your opponent's doing, and it's hard. Like one of our friends, Sam, he's big into the format, and we were watching him play Fae over Discord, and he was even saying, "I can't believe you guys would just like start naming cards, and that's what they would do, or like what to play."
Like we named exactly what their deck was, exactly the cards he needs to watch out for, like boom, 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 just off like turn 1 land.
And that's not the hard part. Like Fairies has a high ceiling skill,
correct?
But even then, it's just like you learn the mulligans. Like that's the easy part. You learn your mulligans, but the hard part is, what do you need to spell stutter spray? What do I need to care about for my opponent? So it's gonna be really fun to see that. I had an Elves question too, for if anybody has this answer. Why the hell are they playing Spinewood's Paladin?
It gains life and it like is a mid-game
huge,
threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something, because they can play it as early as like turn 3.
Right? Oh, that is true.
You can plot it on 2 and play on 3, right?
So for those who don't know what it is, it's 4 and a green for a creature human knight, 5/4 with trample. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and you can plot 3 and a green, so you can pay 3 and a green and exile this card from your hand. Cast as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. Plot only as a sorcery.
I think a tree just came down.
We think a tree fell.
Oh yeah, I heard a bit too.
That was the Spinewood Paladin hitting the battlefield over there.
Oh yeah.
We didn't hear anything break in our place, so
no, I think you're okay.
Paladin. That was funny.
I think the Paladin's
hard.
cool too. I think that stuff's cool too, because against Madness, the end of festivities bolt combo is like you're just trying to not have something that sticks and it just lives, gains life, and then it kills them.
Yeah.
So is it they're playing it just because, again, it's a body that beats down and also starts to stabilize you a little bit? Is that the idea behind it?
Yes. The Elves boards have shifted to having like almost
like
all of
15
your
mono-red
cards to beat red.
And I haven't seen a lot of Nylea's Disciple, which is a card that I've liked in Spy versus.
It's just not as big, I think, in this one. It just needs to be bigger. Like it's that like Avenging Hunter size card that like they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like a good card. It's like a completely reasonable card.
And your walls creatures don't die to lava darts as much as your elf creatures do.
Yep.
So you're not going to have a lot of devotion to stick around for Nylea's Disciple against red specifically as the elves deck, where you have a bunch of 0-4s just clogging up the board when you're playing Spy. So Disciple can be a little bit more meaningful there. And
some of these decks are running like 2 End of Festivities main decks, so like if you have to walk into like getting 3 for 1 for their 1-drop with elves, it's better to have this than Nylea's Disciple that does nothing but die.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
And it can't be chump blocked by sneaky snackers, because that trample is really important.
So, some decks are also just running 4 Weather the Storm though, so like it's not everyone's choice, but there is some interesting developments there.
Man, that red deck can hang with like the Weather Storm, but
it can.
With these creature decks, it makes sense that I'm kind of the wall combo deck, the wall spy deck, and elves kind of similar game plan against the mono red decks. You're just siding in like 10 creatures that say gain life or 8 creatures that say gain life, because you're just able to hit so hard off these winding ways and lead the stampedes when your deck plays five lands for wall spy and then 11 to 13 lands for elves. It's just the innovation we've got to get to this point of like this is the best way to build elves, I think is kind of cool. Like having watched it go from like I remember when like elves started to put land grant in the deck like almost 10 years ago. Like, so seeing that be an actual thing that people are really doing, or things of that nature, like it goes along with the spy deck, but just going down as like as few mana sources as humanly possible while playing creatures like Saga Wildling to get you get you land drops, things of that nature. Like it to get to where we just have the draw cards that are not blue like they used to be in Distant Melody. Because that used to be the card draw of choice, because we didn't have we didn't have Winding Way, we just had, or we didn't even have Lead the Stampede because that got downshifted way later. But we had
Distant Melody forever, but not having to play specifically the elves that make a color to get away from the Distant Melody being a huge part to that too.
The 5-color elves with blue still exists a little bit. I just think the mono green one is like so streamlined now too. I lost a gingerbread cabin the other day, so
yeah, gingerbread cabin.
They just kept picking it up.
Oh,
with
every turn.
It's a forest. It's a forest.
My God,
They probably gained not kidding 26 life or something on 27 life.
That is
ridiculous.
so brutal. But
Ginger
with both
brutal.
of these, I don't know why I'm ginger brutal. Get out of here. Out.
Okay, cool.
Should have put that as your bounty card.
No, wait, no. Thomas,
Ginger
come back.
bread? Oh, that'd be funny.
That
One
would've-
ginger bread.
I'll take. I was thinking Breathless Night was part of there. We're like, no, I'm gonna stick with Basilisk Gate because the Breathless Night you can put Breathless Night, Cauldron Familiar, and Ephemerate all in the same deck.
Yeah.
But Mystical Teaching would be a stretch on that one. But alas, my Basilisk Gating, I couldn't resist. I don't know why in my head I kind of lumped Spy Combo and Elves together just because against these red decks, the post-board game plan is just so similar. Like I was mentioning, you're bringing all these creatures. And it's really interesting I've maybe played against Madness with Spy like 4 times, I think, at our league. And just your opponent, one of my opponents didn't even bring in relics. They just shuffled up their deck again. But Hippo, when we played, you had 3 relics.
So I put them in on the draw. I did not have them on the play because I just wanted to be faster than you.
That makes sense.
And I did bring it in on the draw though to give myself something to do.
We did see that game too, and you drew all 3, and at first I'm like, man, that's really annoying. And then like we're playing, and all of a sudden I have this ginormous board, and you're hellbent, and I'm like, oh, you just kind of neutered your deck a little bit, and you had like a Dart Faithless looting, so even if you wanted to pop the relic, it would gain me life in a really weird way.
Yeah, so I was having to play
attack with the Spy deck.
And well, that's what it ends up going is just, okay, I have a Generosant now and some blockers, and I was swinging my 1/2s into his Gutter Snipes just because I'm winning this race really hard. And once the deck kind of sticks its feet and the red opponent is out of cards, you turn the corner pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a pretty good shot. I think
No, they were very close.
it was like our games were really close.
They were very fun, and it was very intuitive. It was a lot of I was like sandbagging a Winding Way, so I had a card in the graveyard. So when he activated Relic, not the exile everything, but just the one card from my graveyard, I had something my Mass Vandal could still eat. So I had to like force him to pop the Relic here and now, or let me eat a Relic with my Mass Vandal.
Which I did because I had gas in the yard too still. So I was like, oh, I can't just let this go to waste that I put here for it to be good later.
Correct. It was very weird. Like a lot of weird spots like that came up where I needed like 2 cards in my graveyard to cast like a Mass Vandal. But the Collect Evidence creature, that's as an additional cost. So that one's kind of easier to play around. You can kind of do your forest cycle and then
because you just don't give them priority. Well, you can forest cycle, but the trigger's on the stack. So
exactly. Yeah, that is true. So it's hard. That was a fun dance.
It was pretty.
I think James has talked about this before, though. A lot of these Pauper decks are like Modern Living End, where sometimes you're like, well, we're just going to play these creatures and see what happens because we're at turn 8 now and I haven't done the thing.
Yeah,
just, I haven't done the thing.
Just
you know,
cast your idiot.
Sometimes it's just like, my Nihilist Disciple is going to attack you 5 times. I guess we'll see what happens. You know.
It feels like that, but instead of being restricted to 4 to 5 mana, you're restricted to like 16 to 20 mana.
Yeah.
In some of these games, restricted.
Right.
And you're like getting these games where it's like maybe you're a little head on board and you're both like top decking and you hit like Elite the Stampede or Winding Way and you're off to the races. I've just been really obsessed.
Someone should do the numbers for me. Someone do some numbers for me on the hit rates of these cards.
Somebody did. There's a YouTube video
there?
about that.
Oh, well, somebody link it to me.
That there's the same guy that did the
it was the hypogeometric.
Yes, like Should You Keep or Moldus Hand of Fairies. Yep. So those are really interesting videos if you haven't checked them out.
I will actually go.
He did one about Leave a Stampede Winding Way as well. I've just been obsessed with this deck lately, the Spy combo. It's just your game plan A is so good, and then post board, if your opponent is just diluting their deck, you can pressure them on board. You don't even need this backup combo to win. like your combo just becomes a backup plan in a weird way. And if you happen to have a hand where they only have 2 mana left open, and you have a Mesmeric Fiend, you can see if the coast is clear and figure it out from there. It's just it seems like a fragile combo deck, but it fights on a lot of different axes, and it's been a blast to play.
Yeah, it's very sweet. I mean, it functions in a similar axis that Elves does, and just that it makes a ton of mana very quickly, and gets to play these just wildly low land count so that your Winding Ways and Lead the Stampedes are better. And then just having the backup out of nowhere combo is really sweet.
Yeah.
It's been proven to be effective across every format ever. Just having this plan that's just always there looming.
Yeah. It doesn't feel as oppressive as asking brute scale would.
I 100% agree.
So
because it does just fold to a graveyard card. Like
it can. Like if you yes,
it generically will just fold to a graveyard card. This one is harder. This one is way easier to stop.
And we see other like combo decks existing in the space.
Yeah,
that it's not just like
it's not
overloading. Why would you ever do anything else? Sorry, I kind of stole the spotlight, waxing poetically about this deck.
No, it's interesting too because I feel like the biggest difference between brute scale is brute scale required very specific interaction, and there are weird games against oops that you can just kind of just kill creatures and still live on a few extra turns that way, which is like not something that exists in other graveyard decks really.
It is a creature combo deck. If you kill all their overgrown battlements,
sometimes you just have you have 3 cast downs and you just live an extra 4 turns because of it, and like there's other graveyard decks don't really have that historically, which is kind of interesting for me.
Yeah.
Or 1 Karkland Shaman and you could lose the game hard.
Also that way,
yeah. It's really hard to combo off against a Karkland Shaman board.
I don't think this deck can be. I said it. I don't think this deck can be like Gardens. Like I'm fairly certain it can. It just has like it interacts with them and all of the exact points it needs to. It's really difficult.
You need a lot of things.
Graveyards.
All right. Yeah. You would need a lot of things. You just need to like hope they had a bad hand and you just have 4 Mesmeric Fiends.
Yeah, like the stone nuts and just eat their hand alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we talk about that new Fake Gardens deck though as a good transition here? Because the Crypt Rats deck's coming back is crazy to me.
Pestilence deck? Is that you're talking about?
The Pestilence is like one of the versions of it, but there's also just like this normal Crypt Rats.
The actual card. It's like the mono black deck would just
mono black deck that's splashing for 1 Avenging Hunter and it's
Colony
Garden
Garden.
Lands.
It got second place.
I think
it got second place in the challenge on yesterday on Sunday.
Elves to me are a big part of this though, because if you're running like things like Crypt Rats and like all this, Defile, all this good removal, I would love to see Elves all day when I'm playing my Crypt Rats Campfire deck or something, and those they just get so much life. It is so hard to kill those decks right now if you're playing like Madness or something normal.
Yeah, this kind of style deck just really wants to play against just bring me Elves. Yeah. Bring me Wall Spy. Any like creature.
Yeah, this deck just eats creature decks alive.
Heavy deck like that.
This is the only deck I would register Snuff Out in also right now. When I don't think there's any other deck I'm interested in Snuff Out.
I will counter you on that one.
Hit me.
I do think that the blue-black Fae deck is like a secret option to be playing right now. I know Barf's doing really well with it online. Actually, just like back-to-back 1 challenges with mono blue Fae and blue-black Fae.
That's hilarious.
Which is kind of sick. But I think that is another good Snuff Out deck as well because it does
What are you splashing black to snuff out though? Like what deck are you hoping to hit that not just be a mono blue? You'd rather be blue black.
I think just access to actual factual removal spells is the only thing. That's it.
Because I'm a believer in Fae deck. I don't know if I'm.
One more. Actually, there's one more thing. I do think the creatures that you get to play when you play black are also quite good. I think like the monarch creature, and then most of them are playing like a singleton's copy of like the ambusher from Neon Dynasty or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lifelink.
I think that card is also very good. Yeah, I also think that card is very important right now.
Just slots right into the Fae game plan too against Madness, where it's like such a big beating to get hit by that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unexpected fangs.
Blue black terror decks are.
I think I do. That's another one, an option I've recommended to someone as well.
I've been listening to Mike Flores and Richie Hohen. They started a Pauper podcast, and those are 2 old heads. It's been interesting because they're very good Magic players. And what did you say, Tristan?
The bastards! How dare they?
I know. But it's so because they're very new to the format, So it's been interesting, like hearing them like figure it out live. This is something Brute put me on last week. Was listening to their podcast, and I went ahead and listened to their 3 episodes, and I kind of agreed with their take. I'm going to steal it here, but I'm giving them credit, so it's not stolen. But Snuff Out in the Blue Black Terror deck, it's either the best card or 60% of the matchups. You're like, okay, get these out of here. These first thing we're cutting.
That's Snuff Out in general, though, right? Like even when Snuff Out's in a good meta, sometimes you're just going to hit the deck where you're like, I have no targets for this stupid card. Get it out of my face, you know?
Yeah, very polarized deck. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of funny when we started this podcast. Gardens was very much a.
We were Garden fanboys.
Yeah, we
like pretty hard.
We could not stop sucking Gardens, but then shortly after the deck kind of just faded and just started like doing really bad. I think it performed really poorly at a Pauper-geddon, like I think 30% win rate or something, and people got really cold feet on the deck.
Going all that glitters into Brood Scale was not particularly kind for Gardens. I think Gardens did a little bit better in Brood Scale metagame, but you had to have everything line up really well, and then you just weren't presenting enough of a clock back to then also keep up with the Writhing Chrysalis and potentially even Refurbished Familiar plan, depending on what the build was. So
Jund was just better in that meta. Yeah. It was just a better option. You had a clock back, and
exactly.
Also, casting Chrysalis releases some really good dopamine. You know, it just feels really good. So if you're that kind of grindy player, I could see myself shifting from Gardens to Wildfires or Jund or something like that.
A completely fine option, like at any tournament. It's just a pile of good cards. Like you can't go terribly wrong with playing it.
Yeah,
and there's so many like random cards you're gonna run like Duress that just make you feel good in certain matchups to have. Like okay, like I don't really know what's going on here, but 3 Duress, I'll be fine. You know.
Yeah, Walker 735 took first place on Sunday's challenge as well. Like 9-1 record. Like the deck can definitely still hang. He's definitely one of the best pilots with the deck, but still like the Gixian Infiltrator tech gives you a little bit of a faster clock. He's even got a Sagu Wildling in here for another split card of like make sure you get your mana source, because more and more people are wise to the actual cleansing wildfire stuff. So yeah,
he's also like. The current versions of Gardens are actually playing quite a few lands, considering what we consider to be normal amount in Pauper. Like
19.
No, we're playing 20. I think it plays 21 currently. It's 21 or 22. Okay, I think the previous list he had was 21 without the Wildling. So 20 with the Wildling is still pretty good.
Oh, I thought you said Gardens. Excuse me.
No, we're talking about Jund.
Yep, my bad. I misheard you.
Oh no, Gardens is playing like 18.
Yeah, this one's playing 19. I'm like, ugh. I know.
This isn't a big trend, but that 2K that happened recently, there was that Naya Chrysalis deck, which is like basically the Naya version of Jund with Chrysalis, and it has Armadillo Cloak and what's the big Monarch, white Monarch card?
Gates package?
It's just no Gates package. No, this is basically closer to like red.
No. This is basically just sounds like Cameron's deck without a Gates pack.
No, I play initiative creatures pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's more like the red green fake Ponza ones where they just cut all the Ponza cards to land destruction, but now they splash white. I think Armadillo Cloak. I tried a green white version, didn't work out, but I think Armadillo Cloak is like a really interesting way to flip a madness matchup. Just to be wow. This was Pimpao. Am I saying it right? Pimpao 2K. It was a 2K tournament I saw posted on MTGO Goldfish.
Yeah, it had a little over 40 players in it. It's just a little bit down the page.
But I just thought it was interesting because this was like very clearly not Jund, but like it's the same archetype essentially, just a different kind of more creature focused version. I also just super love Jewel Thief. I think that card is so fun.
Oh, dude, that card is so sick.
Every time I cast a card, I'm like, this is busted. I should play this every time. But I do think Armadillo Cloak is kind of an underexplored way to flip some of these matchups, like more so than Pulsar Marassa or something like that.
Man, I enjoyed the one copy in Naya Gates. It was pretty good. Like
there's one main, I think 3 side, and they just go to all 4 post board and just you have to kill every creature and lose the game.
They also are just playing like Cop Red and Cop Blue in the board. That's so sick.
Yeah, that's funny.
Deck. Yeah. It's just okay against Terror. I'll play 3 mana and Fog of Terror every turn if I just got nothing else going on.
Now they have a bunch of their sideboard looks really cool.
Yeah.
No, it's just an interesting way because your game 1 playing against the other fair decks is like you're still doing things like Chrysalis into Monarch, or Initiative. I mean, like it's still nuts stuff. So I thought it was cool. I don't know if it's going to be a larger trend. I just thought it was interesting that popped up this week.
Copper Red's pretty hilarious against the Madness decks because they can definitely win through a Copper Red, but that's very mana intensive if they're just storming off and you're
6 white mana
you can
turn, yeah.
You can. Are they also playing Weather Storm?
No. They're
Oh, I
playing
don't
Pulse
think this
Marauder.
listed.
And 3 copies of
Armadillo Cloak.
Armadillo Cloak.
So they go
Okay, so
board
they-
from 1 up to 4.
I wanted to
Yeah,
steer back to these. When we're talking about gardens and you're saying these Crypt Rat decks, it's kind of nice to beat these creature combo decks. We're talking about like Spy and Elves.
Yeah.
You heard of this other Crypt Rats deck?
Is it Fog?
Yeah, Fog. I don't think
it
Fog
time,
is.
baby?
I don't think we
It's
need to
pretty
talk about
hard.
Fog.
It's pretty hard into Madness. You gotta find a way to deal with these gutter snipes pretty quickly, and the only way to deal with those are your Crypt Rats. But I transitioned from my sideboard of just having 4 Blue Blasts just to deal with the gutter snipe. So if I can hit them before they come down the table, maybe that's good enough. And having a couple cast downs if they think they're safe to play one on turn 3 and can just get that out of here. And you do play 3 to 4 copies of Weather of a Storm
And Campfire, right?
yeah, and 2 Campfires. So you can try to get there. It can be pretty rough. I don't think it's easy, but I don't think it's like high tide bad. But you mentioned Crypt Rats, and of course I had to mention my beloved Fog deck.
Yeah, I think this doesn't count for your bounty though, because it's only 1 Basilisk Gate usually, right? Maybe 2.
Correct, but if they bring 4 and do something spicy, maybe they
There you
could
go. Just run
there you
4
go.
Sacred
There you go.
Cats, call it a day, you know?
4 or 4 Cauldron Familiars, a different cat. Get 2 bounties.
Oh,
a
get
little,
it all.
little 2 for 1. A little 2 for 1 there.
Please don't put Cauldron Familiar in your Turbo Fog deck, guys.
It's the
That would be
beatdown
so
plan.
sick, though. Lembas.
I have won a game.
And then you ephemerate it to get extra triggers. It's sick, dude.
I have won a game with Colony Garden and Fog. Just Basiliscating that up.
I think I did the same as well.
It comes down to it. You win some weird, scrappy games. They start turning into Yu-Gi-Oh matches. I played against Gardens, not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before at our league when I was playing Fog, and that was a game of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'll tell you. Because the round before that, I played against a mill deck, like someone's like homebrew mill deck.
Yep.
So again, I just played 2 rounds of Yu-Gi-Oh. It was weird.
So we all agree Tango should be banned, right? Is that
No.
just me or?
No, I'd compromise Moment's Peace.
No, that'd be the bad
Done.
one.
Deal.
That would neuter me.
Exactly, that's the idea.
So this Sunday challenge had a pretty star-studded top 8, honestly, for Magic Online Pauper Grinders. We've got both Beso de Gea and Luffy Doshipo de Paula in 3rd and 4th place with Grixis Affinity, which I think is also still a totally viable player. It looks like they're just kind of sticking with their stock list with just like a bunch of blast in the sideboard with a few other utility
Luffy
pieces.
and they're both playing the exact same 75.
Yeah.
Luffy will also win with Affinity when it's terrible, though. So it's hard to take that
It's true.
too seriously.
Well,
I
like,
think
I
Affinity
actually
is really reasonable, though, just because of Card Clan, like Cameron loves. Like, I get it. It's a very reasonable deck right now.
Yeah. Carclan is very good right now.
I did get a message asking me, this is more specifically for our local area, but like about completely cutting like annuls and like steel sabotage
I got
from their
this
sideboard.
same
'cause,
text
like,
from this same person.
and I think it's like it's one of those things. I think I've said it before. In fact, I know I've said it before. Is the moment you stop doing that, is the moment that deck will immediately destroy you.
It's basically what I
Amen,
said.
James. As soon as you do that, you're hitting Affinity all 3 rounds. Just go
Yep.
3
Yeah.
drop
Oh, yeah.
immediately. Yeah. You better replace those with Dust to Dust, or else you're just dead anyway. You know.
And this is a deck that I was going to mention Orzhov Blade too, but Orzhov Blade and Grixis Affinity, in a weird way, I feel like just have the tools to almost beat like any deck. Not saying almost like the perfect Jun deck, funny enough, where maybe if you're really good, you're 52% against everything. And that's an okay place to be. Like if you trust your skills, if you trust your format knowledge, like you have all the pieces there. Like you have the creature removal for there. You have a clock plus like duress and stuff. Or is deck on duress? This one's not on duress. You have the clock for the combo matchups though. So
I don't know if I agree with that just for the Blade sake, because there are metas where Blade is just terrible. Like I would not be registering Blade in a Fey meta. Like that sounds
Or an
horrendous
Elves
to me.
meta.
Or
really, I think
meta.
Blade is.
I think his Blade is quite good into Fae.
I think I would,
There's all these like dumb weenie decks where like your Tithing Blade like hits an elf and it's too late because you're on the draw. I think the Ephemerate black white decks have been more impressive to me these past 2 weeks than Blade.
Blade's kind of
Historically,
down
not
to
true.
like two Tithing Blades main board. It plays more copies of Grim Bobble, which is something you almost do want to run into all these really stupid weenie decks now.
Yeah,
because you're playing so many Grim Bobbles.
Yeah, I mean, like this was a traditionally deck a little bit worse than with Glenhawk than like Synth was, because you didn't have that really good 1 mana card, and you have that really good 1 mana card that like lets you do in this particular matchup, or in the like Elves matchups or something like that. That is really, really good.
And the version splashing blue for crowd and Thoughtcast, you can find the pieces quite easily, and you just never run out of gas.
I think my only problem with the deck like that is you just like get hosed by Dust to Dusts.
Yes,
in the format.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big
just
time.
Completely.
I'm willing to be convinced just because I love casting Core Skyfisher. That was almost my bounty instead of Ephemerate, but I just think that I have not had success, and even playing against Blade a few times the past few weeks, I've been like, this deck's embarrassing to go against because I'm just destroying it.
Man, like again, I feel it's one of these decks that kind of lacks like the super strong game plan and clock like that, but it just has tools to beat anything it really wants to. It also has people have like Hippo said, but Dust to Dust can really set you back against that deck. But
to me, this is a meta game where not having tools to beat, like you have tools that are, you have okay matchups, but not being able to beat these crazy deck starts is nuts. Like I almost don't want to be doing the cute fair Blade thing against, the Oops decks or Elves or even Madness. Madness kills you so fast. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it is insane game one going
against
the
litmus test. It's the litmus test of the format.
Yeah, and then Black Red Madness just draws cards in your face the entire game. It's insane.
But you get to be able to like pick up like the Navigator's Compass over and over again. Kind of similar thing to like with the Quirion Ranger and the
Gingerbread Cat.
Ginger Brew. Like you have 8 ways to pick up your Navigator's Compass and start going for that route's pretty good.
I also think this is another thing where it's like, what version of the deck are you playing? Because I feel like there's different variants of even within itself. So I think it just kind of depends on what you're doing there. So I think there are like variants that play like the Gates package that are probably very good into mono red.
Yeah.
Like imagine that.
Yeah.
So there's that. But then there's like the versions like I think we're all collectively talking about
the artifacty
is like the bunch of really artifacty land stuff.
Yeah.
I think one of the nice things too, to James's point, is that because there's so much different variation, you can also specifically design your deck if you do expect like there to be a little bit more Elves, Mono Red Madness, and then a splash of like Spy and Terror. Like if you think it's going to be in that order going into the weekend, then you can prepare your main deck to be as such. You can make sure you have your Navigator's Compasses and your Grim Bobbles in maybe a little higher numbers than your Tithing Blades or whatever else you wanted to play.
That scares me just because we just said you could play 7 rounds against 7 different decks. So
I know that's also true.
Yeah,
Blade is not where I want to be to play 7 different decks. I'd much rather.
I do believe
the Madness.
I do believe in the last like rounds of the day, assuming that this was your deck, and you like we'll take Austin for example. Yeah. Like he just cruised through the Swiss of the first cup, very handily with this deck. I know it was a different metagame, but like you can tune the deck enough to like, or it has like the matchups.
It was a Brood Scale metagame.
That was a Brood Scale.
It's probably more hostile for him.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It probably was because he was playing a variant that couldn't even play Snuff Out because of his mana.
I think he was on Snuff Out still.
Oh, was he on Snuff Out? I didn't think he could.
I thought he had a sideboard or something, didn't he?
Who knows? That was
a strange day.
I think you can cover enough things and just like again play into like how well do you know the format versus what your opponent knows the format, like that kind of stuff too. Like there's so many different things you can do with this deck. It's really cool. It's probably more customizable than aside from like I don't know how many, if you want to call all your Gates variants.
Yeah,
but like it's pretty customizable.
But
yeah.
Tristan makes a good point too. If like you play against 7 decks, it could be 7 different decks. It could be kind of hard, or you could be like Devin, who brought Cycle Storm and play against Mono Blue Fairies 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And
I assume by the back half of your tournament, you're running into similar decks. Like you're probably going to play against you're going to play against Mono Red Madness. You're going to play against Elves. Kind of these same things.
The terror,
whatever.
Again, a deck. If you just don't want to lose the terror, bring.
This stuff also changes really quickly, and this is where like my MTGO grinder mindset comes into play. Where any stance I have now, 2 weeks from now, can be like Blade is the best deck in the format. You guys are all idiots because things shift quickly. I think a lot of cool things about Pauper too is like there's so many variants of the same archetype where we're seeing like mono red rally come back for no reason, which is crazy. You know, like why is
It
rally
eats the other
back?
red deck. It eats the other red deck.
Eats the other red deck, but we're also in a Crypt Rats meta all of a sudden. So like, to me, it's like crazy to play, but that's been coming back. So you prepare for mono red, you have similar game plans against Rally and Madness, but you come ready for Madness and you lose to Rally. You're like this format, like
yeah, big time.
So it's really interesting seeing the variants come back to life and what we're going to see this weekend too. Because if Rally takes top 8, I'm going to lose my mind.
Rally is definitely more. It could easily.
I have a bounty. I think there's a player that's going to top 8 with Rally.
Really?
Rally
Dude,
easily.
we'll have 2 bounties for that because that would be crazy.
Well,
I could see it.
I think because I know a specific pilot playing one. So,
and that's a very glass candy deck too, where you can just have the nuts draws your tournament and cruise through it, or you're just a turn behind your opponent's breath weapon and the festivities, because it's very vulnerable towards those, and it's a hard place to know, like, to pick your spot and play that deck, or pick your spot in the game and when to know to go for it. So it was really fun.
Secretly a difficult deck for sure, because it looks so simple and easy, and sometimes you just play Burning Tree and do the things, but like there are times where that deck's nuts. Yeah,
it is that bell curve where it's like you're you're dumb and you're just like, I play everything, don't play around anything, go. And then there's, okay, I have to play around breath weapon, I'm not going to deploy everything. And then there's the end of it of just, get you.
Here's everything.
So,
that deck also plays.
Yeah.
That deck plays Searing Blaze a lot better than like the Madness deck does, and I think Searing Blaze, when you're talking about stuff like Elves and Oops, like that's a good card to just have in your pocket sometimes,
Mm-hmm. You should put them in your sideboard though. If we find Searing Blazes in your pocket, we will DQ you.
That's where I keep my sideboard. Is that not allowed?
No, you can. That's
my pocket's my deck box. Are you kidding me?
My pocket's my deck box.
What are you saying?
Be laughing cards. Can't be laughing cards. My pocket's my deck box. That'd be hilarious. You sit down, your opponent just reaches in their pocket, and pulls out their deck.
That's like your rubber band thing that you experienced.
Yep. I did watch somebody pull out Spy Combo, and Tristan, like, he had a rubber band wrapped around it this way and a rubber band wrapped around it the other way. But it was in the deck box, which was the funny thing.
Well, you have like the crossover band where you do it this way and then you twist it and it's like this.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I might have been. Yeah, I thought it was
dream.
2 different rubber bands, but I think it was crossed like that.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, it was in a deck box, I think. So it's just completely unnecessary. Oh man, that was good stuff. I am bringing 4 spikes for that person too for the cup. I don't know if they're playing it. Well, they just want them, but I don't know if they're playing the cup. But I'm gonna give them to their friend. No, that will be there.
Nice.
Tristan, are there any other fascinations you have with any other decks that just like
I can do
rub
this all
you
day.
nicely?
Well, something we've forgotten to talk about?
Terror?
Yeah, that one.
I think we've talked a lot about Terror.
I mean, we have over the
Yeah.
months. Yeah,
I think
We touched it briefly. We
I
didn't really
think
talk
it
about Madness today either, just because like it's been, you guys have discussed it. Those are like the top of the format,
Yeah. That's fair.
it's
they're
good.
still
It's
there.
just
Yeah, they're
really
still
bad
very
into
good.
elves,
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, I actually don't think I would touch specifically Mono Blue Terror. I think you could play other variants of Terror, but
The way you talk, Hippo, it sounds like you think there's going to be like 10 copies of Elves at this tournament. What do you think's the
A lot of people
over
talk
number?
to James about what to play at these things.
Yeah, same. Haven't heard Elves yet. I'm going to be real.
Well,
I
James is
haven't
giving the
said
answer.
anything
for
about
that.
I know. But you're just like,
because most of the people asking me that's not a deck they're interested
Yeah,
in.
I know. What do you? How many copies of Elves?
I don't know. I just think
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of people like outside of our area specifically that probably want to play this. I do think it's very good.
Yeah,
it's very
I do too.
strong.
I think it's a great deck.
I think
Yeah,
we might only
so-
have 4 or 5 elves, but I think they all do well. I don't think there's a
Yeah.
bad elves player or elves player that like goes 0-2 drop in the room. I think they all do well. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, I could get
I can probably
That's
think
my
of
prediction.
3 or 4 off the top of my head that are probably going to play it. So
Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna have 3 copies of Elves. Exactly 3.
Yeah, all in top 8. But what about the rest of the tournament?
But your deck having like one bad matchup, I don't. it
No,
wouldn't
that's
scare me
fine.
away off
Like you might
playing
not
it.
even
Yeah.
pair into elves until top 8. Like playing Terror, like
Yeah.
that would be fine. And like you can make a
Or
plan.
might not even top 8 at all.
Yeah, it might not even top 8 at
Yeah.
all, but like, and like you have gut shots, you have, if you want to bring in your envelops for like the winding ways and lead the stampedes, that's probably totally fine. It's not great, but there are some edge cases. If you're on Delvers, you have a little bit of, if you get a couple Delvers out early and just try and keep up a clock and tread water till you get there. Like there's plans for that specific matchup. No matchup is 0-100. So like, you can win games. It does happen. It's just a lot harder than other matchups. So, but your other matchups across the board, I like for the most part with Terror still. It's, just that and like the mono white matchups are also kind of tough.
Ooh, similar idea. They're just putting so many stupid dudes on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the reason I do say that the like other variants of Terror I think are a bit better if that's the case. If like there's your one bad matchup, those are decks that just play one Wraths and two actual removal spells all in their main decks. Mm-hmm. So there's that too.
It's also one of those things though too. As soon as you switch over to
the game plan's very different.
Yeah, it's a completely different
deck. I think the blue black variant is way closer. I think the like Scred version with like there's the blue red version.
Yeah,
is that one is very different.
Yeah, very much so. But like the blue black version's now playing the abandoned attachments and then the sneaky snackers too.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a lot of blue black Terror decks that aren't running those cards either. And I think that's just a different deck at this point because you are so much slower at deploying the Terrors, where mono blue is, people really like think of it like this tempo Delver deck, but it's almost just like mono blue aggro, get snack, hold up, counterspell, which it plays almost.
You can probably still there are probably still games where you can do that with the blue black deck though. I think you just had this added access to it because there's going to be games where you just have the mental notes and thought scours, like you just get to do the thing.
Yeah, there was a newer list. There was a newer list that went 9-1 to win a challenge last weekend, the weekend over my birthday, and it was playing all 8 thought scours and mental notes in a blue black version, which previously it had been just like 4 copies of thought scour and then like other things to go with it. But it was leaning into that and then playing like 1 unexpected fangs, 1 of the edicts, 1 suffocating fumes, and then extra of those in the board, and just like trying to be more consistently 4 terrors, 4 Gurmag anglers with the snackers. Or it might have been 2 anglers, but still.
Yeah. Kind of sick. Kind of sounds like a really fun deck to play.
Yeah, it seems really sweet. John Burr was playing this on this past week for the week.
He's also playing Snuff Outs.
And I definitely lost.
Yeah, that's what I think. The deck, like you add the second color, you get better matchups, but you also lose some points in other matchups. Like you add black and it's like, okay, my deck's a lot more clunkier because all my black sources are tap lands. I don't have an untapped black source.
Yeah,
but because of that, that's fine against elves.
Yeah.
So you take that trade off versus like maybe in the head to head, mono blue might get there. It's hard to say. Yeah. Adding removal spells seems nice too, though. But
yeah, I was like having removal spells
again, but having 8 mil effects and then counter spells also seems nice too on the mono blue side. So it's hard to say.
Well, you get the same thing with the blue black side too.
Fair. It's just those tap lands, man. They scare me.
I know they scare you, but also you can cast your sneak. You can actually cast your sneak.
Yeah, just casting Snacker feels so
good. You
good.
can just cast it.
This is the biggest 3-color Gates player in the world, and he's like, I hate tap lands.
yeah. Well, it's
like 95 tap lands, and he's like, I can't do it.
I know. It's funny.
Get him.
When you said cast Sneaky Snacker, I played against Burr last week too, and he cast Sneaky Snacker. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that's like
that's a thing you can do.
I forgot this card can be casted.
You can just pay a blue and a black mana and put a 2/1 flyer into play. That's
it enters play untapped.
Yeah, it does enter untapped.
It can block.
It's like he plays it. I just went to go like tap it. I'm like, oh wait, no, yeah, it's just on the board now. I do like that deck though. I'm just saying I think it's really good. I don't know.
I think.
No, I get your point, Cameron. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think that there are merits to both.
You add one more thing to script on. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. We keep saying this. So I was saying, is there anything you guys think is underplayed right now or like underdeveloped if you were brewing and had infinite time this week?
Underplayed Jund in our meta, like our specific meta Jund.
And yeah, I mean, I pull out occasionally. Scintillus plays it, and that's about it.
And yeah, Scintillus hasn't been here a lot this season too.
Yeah,
so and you play it like we usually play something different every week. And here, so
do you expect more of that from out of towners than our local?
Yes, I was gonna say
honestly, there like when I went to that like win a duel up in Kentucky or whatever, there was like 3 out of 40 people playing it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like
Okay,
I
interesting.
don't think it's that popular.
Interesting.
I'm curious to see, but there's just going to be a lot of people we don't know coming in.
Yeah, that's true.
Know, so
Which is
it's really
exciting.
hard. Very, very. I'm excited to see like a more like
Developed meta, like developed.
something closer looking on like an online tournament or something.
Yeah, where people
I'm
kind
curious
of.
if we get any like Prismatic Strands players coming in, whether it's mono white or some bully version or something. Just because I feel like if you're preparing for madness, I'd
plays
be
it
like,
too.
Yeah, blue white
I think
Coggates,
from the, I think
yeah.
from that
Yeah,
that is a
Coggates,
deck.
something like
That's
that.
another deck I think is underrepresented in a huge way. I think Familiars is very good.
Familiars. That's what I brought to last Common Gut, and I lost the matchup lottery a little bit, but that happens when you play Familiars.
I think
or
that
something.
deck's
I was
terrible.
really into Cryogen.
I think
Ghostly
that deck's
Flicker
really
with it.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I also had to explain the loop to a lot of people. That was kind of making things longer than it should have been, but
Were you on the 2 high tide version of it?
I was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
disgusting.
that deck was cool. I really liked that. I had that deck still put together.
And sometimes
after.
Ghostly Flicker is just a 3-mana draw for. You're like, this is the most busted card of all time. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, with the cryo relics.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 1 mana with Familiars, 1 mana draw 4. I'm like, this is I'm cheating. I'm cheating at this game.
Ancestral who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that deck is underrepresented.
Especially against stuff like Madness, where you just are naturally gaining life and playing 0/4s. It's pretty gross sometimes.
Yeah, I think the mono white heroic deck could randomly spike and do really well. I think it's
Absolutely.
Sodek has done some adjustment, and some folks are playing around with a lessons package with the single white
Yep.
mana sorcery guiding voice.
Guiding.
So sick.
Yeah, and from Strixhaven, with like your choice of 2 or 3 of the white common lessons from Avatar. So they trimmed down the creature suite and filled out the spells deck. In fact, Sodek is playing, instead of the tapped land that gives vigilance until end of turn, they're playing 3 copies of the white depletion land that taps for two white mana twice before it goes
That
away.
was the most recent challenge. Most recent challenge with it.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I am interested. That is interesting because I don't think I've ever seen the white depletion land ever in my entire life. Ever
Yeah,
been played.
I was like, remote
I'll
farm?
be real honest.
What's remote farm? And I was like, oh, it's the white depletion.
I literally had to
land.
look it up. I was like, what is that?
So I had to click on it. I was like, what the hell is this?
Hey, that's one of those decks too, where if you could just like start 3-0 because you're just doing disgusting heroic stuff, and then get into the bracket you're ready for, where you're like,
And you're like, okay, here,
like,
and they're like 1 mana
that's-
protection from black and
Yeah.
red.
Right, now
auto
you're
win
making
against
a run.
madness now. Like,
it's disgusting. So if you get into the good bracket you're ready for, like I think those decks are really interesting choice for a tournament like this.
I was just about to say the same thing. That is a deck if you want to beat up on Terror and Madness, if you think there's going to be a lot of that deck will beat up on those decks pretty good, but it's just scary against you play against
A removal
the decks
spell.
like Jund and yes, Gardens, even with the Tithing Blades and stuff. You have your protection from black stuff, and they can hold up in response. But there's plays to that. They have their protection spells
They
as well.
do, yeah.
But
You also play Cartouche. Oh, some lists play Cartouche. I don't know if Sodek's most recent list was current.
You could,
but it
yeah,
gets around Blade at least.
yeah, any sacrifice effects. Yeah, I would put 1 in my list for that.
yeah, again, Gardens is a deck that could easily happily in-step defile that and then play it in. Yeah. So it's just one of those decks that you're really well positioned against one half of the meta, like the mono blue madness, and kind of if you're playing against these Crypt Rats decks that we're talking about before, Jund on the Cart Clan Shamans, or even something like Spy, that's just, I'm going to ignore what you're doing and just go for my own thing. That can be pretty rough if they just present a combo that's faster than your clock.
Even just random Chrysalis decks, because it's really hard to get through colorless creatures with the deck as well.
Super tough, yeah.
Didn't even
Such
think
a
about
dumb
that.
roadblock, but it happens for sure.
Yeah,
And 0-1. What?
Yeah, it's
because you can
it's like
sacrifice
the
it so they
one-
don't gain the life either.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch of like having the Trailblazer with the solid footing plus a vigilance effect is huge.
Oh yeah.
That is a chunk of life if they are not prepared for. That's like what that is. What? How much damage on turn 2? Plus 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage on turn 2.
He's counting. He's
Yep.
counting.
Yep.
So
Very
Which one's
powerful.
solid footing?
solid footing is the enchantment from Ikoria that gives it, or it's a flash and gives it +1/+1, and then if its toughness is greater than its power,
If it has
deals damage
vigilance.
equal to its. Oh, sorry. If it has vigilance, it deals damage to its power instead. Sorry.
Have those decks moved off that? I thought.
No, because that's
Okay, no.
that's
It's still
that's
just
what
like
makes it
so
busted.
good with
Kind of a
with
core of the deck.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, yeah. So it makes
And
it
the
busted
Armadillo.
with the
Is it playing the
04.
Armadillo
Yeah,
still?
yeah.
Isn't it
they're
enchantment?
the 04s. Yes.
Yeah.
Single white mana
Yeah,
aura.
I'm looking at the most recent SoDeck version. It is not playing that anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, because that card's kind of bad.
That- no,
you don't
that-
have anything else. Going.
It's pretty good. It does
It's-
just kill people.
It's really, really
Yeah,
good when
but-
you have Trailblazers and Armadillos. But I think
agree.
I think the SoDeck list is actually, because the SoDeck list is leaning into the guiding voice stuff. I think they really don't care. They care less about the Armadillo because the Armadillo doesn't have heroic, so they care a lot more about the Skyguard and the 04 with heroic because of guiding
So
voice.
a lot of these lists are getting off the Armadillo in that enchantment just because they're taking the cards that rely on other cards to make them good and just kind of eating those out and just
Sure.
putting better cards in their deck. Like this version that he top 8 a challenge with has like 4 Spirit Links in here. We're in like a really burn heavy meta. You get a big dude with a Spirit Link
Yeah.
on against
That's been in the
Mono
list the
Madness
whole
or
time.
Terror. Oh, okay, the 4.
not the full 4 because there were some
I've
playing
seen-
like
I've
just
seen
2
4.
up front, and then you could. I think the list that when I came around and started and was like aware of it and played it, it was playing like 2 in the up front and the 2 in the main, or it may have been 4 because it played 2 copies of
Lifelink
the
in
other
the board.
card, the others.
Yeah.
Well, lifelink in the board. That may be what it was actually.
Yeah, it
Is
was
Spirit Link
for-
the one that has like the old lifelink Armadillo cloak text?
Yes.
where if you could put in your opponent's creature and still gain life.
Yeah, you can put it on
Yep.
there. You can put it on your opponent's
It's just
gutter
a
snipe
fog.
to
Yeah,
stop
that's
the
what I
gutter
was thinking.
snipe ability.
It's exactly the same. There's a Planar Chaos Black version too, right?
Vampiric Link. I actually own a set of those. If
Same
I'm
card,
ready
though,
to
right?
go.
'Cause I remember running that in the sideboard back in the day with in like some dumb
That's
terror
good to
decks
know.
or
Hip was like,
or
whenever I get the call, I'm
Terminator
ready.
decks.
I'm ready.
No, but that card's great. Same thing, same idea, right? Where you're like, I could stack it on a gutter snipe or just put it on my 6/8 and kill you. You know, like gain 6 life.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Oh, another deck is the mono black sack deck.
I
The
almost
deck's
said
super,
that
super
one.
sweet.
Yeah.
I've been,
I think
I've been
it's super
underwhelmed by
sweet.
it recently. I think it's so cool and so fun. I think that this like food, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, I would just play this food retriever combo deck because just have a way
That
to
is
kill
fair.
my opponent with a sack loop. But those decks are so cool. I wish they
There's
had
just
one
chump
more
blockers
element.
everywhere. There's just chump blockers everywhere
just-
right now.
You kind of need like a critical mass of like stuff, and sometimes you just don't have time for that in this current metagame. I think that deck is so cool though. I hope it finds one little element in one of these new sets coming out and just takes off.
Again, a deck that can just draw the wrong half of its deck and just
Do nothing.
look at all these 1/1s I have.
When it goes
I'm not
off and it
doing
works,
anything.
it's just like the coolest deck in the format. Just
Exactly,
doing beetle
yeah.
stuff, you know, it's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a deck that sadistically can find a home in.
Hell yeah.
And similar to elves, like the elves terror matchup, very similar problem there where you can just gum up the board with a bunch of crap and just have a million draw two effects, and they can't counter every single one of your draw twos. And so that's just another deck. If seems like that's good against air, if you just put a bunch of dumb idiots into play. So like these elves, mono black or white weenie, heroic or boggles. If you just scale up this way instead of this way.
Yeah.
The vertical or horizontal for the people who are not looking at me.
Vertically.
Should we do predictions?
Yeah. Say that again?
Should we do predictions for this weekend?
Ooh.
For what wins?
Yeah. I'm gonna say Spy over Elves as my top 2.
Ooh, okay.
That's the finals.
Okay.
That's what I think happens. I think Spy is gross. I think there's gonna be some Spy player who just comes and just kills everyone. With love, but kills everyone for sure.
Man, it's so hard to predict like one winner.
Yeah.
Just
We can do top 8
Wow.
predictions instead if you want. If you have a certain call out, like James is going to say, 7 copies of elves in top 8 or whatever. But because I'm with
Yeah.
him there too. Yeah,
Man,
7
I-
elves, 1 spy combo. That's my top 8.
if I did have to like pick one deck, I would not be surprised if Mono Red Madness took it all down. That deck is
fair.
just
It's
so
so good.
Super
so
fair.
powerful.
Especially in a
Very
long tournament.
proactive.
There's so many free wins coming with that, where you just kill your opponent turn 4 or 5 easily. You know.
And it's really put down this. It's why I don't like the FAMS deck right now. I think it's constraining this meta to be very proactive or just so far leaning the other way of kill everything and game life. Like the Gardens we're seeing like that. It's forcing you to do one of these two things. But
Super fair.
so I would say mono red madness or I wouldn't be surprised if black red madness took it all down too, because that has a nice matchup. We've talked about that a couple episodes ago, where we've been seeing this resurgence of black red because of its slight edge into the pseudo mirror match and still having a reasonable clock.
Yeah, seems like that's kind of fallen off the last couple weekends of challenges, but still definitely a very good choice, because again, your paper meta is going to be a little shifted from what people are staying up on in Magic Online anyway. So there is some dissonance to separate yourself from there too. I would also predict Mono Red Madness to make at least a finals appearance, if not take it down. I would love to see some green black combo deck take it down, whether it's Spy like Tristan said, or this cat food deck. I'm a real believer in this Cauldron Familiar. That would be super sick.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, just green black combo X madness in the finals for me.
It's won 100% of the other tournaments, so
yeah, let's keep it going.
Yes. I'm gonna go with no contrary opinion here to the other two of you. Sorry, Tristan. I do think
my life.
I do think the Madness deck is probably going to take it down. Like, I think it's the most likely option. I think it is just provides the people with the greatest skill ceiling to win the tournament.
Like, again, I wouldn't be
shocked if another deck won. Like,
yes, yeah, exactly. But
I think statistically on paper, I think it is most likely to win the tournament. I think it is very, very good. It's incredibly powerful.
Like, personally, I wouldn't even say it's the most likely. It's just
on paper,
it's an easy bet.
Yeah, I was like on paper, enough people are going to play it because they think it's good, and it is good, that one of them is probably going to win.
Well, if we're talking about statistics, statistically, a black-green combo deck is most likely to win.
That's not how that works.
Previous tournaments, then yes.
But it is how that works.
Do you guys think we see 1 or 2 copies of Terror in top 8? Because I mean, it's still a deck that
for
should
sure.
be heavily represented in the room. I would think people love their brainstorms.
For sure.
Could also win the tournament easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some variant of Terror. I don't like any. I think any of them are completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have every faith in the world. I love Devin. I have every faith in the world that he can just randomly win a tournament with blue red Terror. Like, I do.
I want to redact my previous statement of mono red winning. I think a deck with 3 Ephemerides, 3 Cauldron Familiar, 3 Mystical Teachings, and 4 Basilisk Gates is going to take down the entire tournament. Statistically speaking.
I think that's probably going to place 9th for your tramp stamp. So
no.
There
They have to
go.
pay for it. They have to pay for the tattoo.
I'll pay for the tattoo if it comes down to it. Done. But it's going to be real big then.
It's going to be real big. You're dropping $4,000 on a back sleeve.
Just someone else's name on your hell yeah, done. Whatever it takes. I'll take a loan out. Whatever needed to happens. Yeah.
God, fam, we're gonna have so much fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. It's really cool to go as a player. I'm a little sad I don't get to compete, but I'm sure you guys go through this every time. So
Every
it'll be
time.
fun.
Yeah, I want to play
be
so
fun.
bad.
I had this even with trios commentating where I'm like, I can't believe I'm not playing trios right now. This is brutal, but it's still a good time, and like I get to see a lot of fun decks. We get to go through stuff, and you guys are okay, I guess, to hang out with. So it'll be a good.
We
time.
try.
I've had a couple people ask me like, "Oh, what deck do you think you're to play?" I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I gotta commentate. I'm like, I can't play it. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that would be bad if you just won your own tournament." I'm like, "Yeah, it wouldn't look great."
What if we just have one deck that we all rotate every round? Whoever's not commentating plays.
No, you're gonna want. Trust me, you're gonna want that break.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring a snack. Oh, speaking of, should we do a quick little
food.
restaurant rec?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I Tristan, do you want to start? Any quick food recs? Cameron sent me a whole list, and we can get like a longer list when we wrap up the record, and I'll put everything together in a nice little Google Doc for everyone going. But some Nashville area restaurant recommendations. List a couple off, and then I'll have a complete document.
This doesn't have to be Columbia focused, though, right?
No, it can be anywhere in the Nashville area. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the two that really came to mind, if you're looking for a nice dinner with a small group of people, I love City House. It's where we go to for a lot of stuff. It's in Germantown. Real nice, great cocktail menu, good food, good stuff. If you're looking for something a little more casual, they have pizza, like a high scale like pizza and like small plates and different stuff like that, and shareable plates. They have their own pastry chef that is incredible. Every time I get a cake or cookies or some nonsense there, Like I would go dinner elsewhere and then get cocktails and dessert there. It's amazing. Kind of a nicer place, which is not always the best idea for a trip like this, but I always like to throw it out there just because they're fantastic. A little more casual on the east side is Red-Headed Stranger, one of my go-to spots. Delicious food. It's a Tex-Mex barbecue kind of place where they came from Texas. They do all their own meat, make their own tortillas there. It is fantastic. They have a cheap like $7 burger that I get a lot. Iced coffee, really casual. Get it for pickup for your Airbnb for everyone. Be a hero when everyone's hungover. It's the best. So those are the first two that came to mind, but I'll add to the list that we see posted there. That'll be my two go-tos.
I also want to shout out on Tristan's behalf Sunday morning, if you want to get yourself a really dank bagel, stop over in Pauper Bagel down in the Hillsboro area. Pauper Bagel's got a delicious bagel for you. The line might be long on a Sunday, but
maybe pick that one up, order.
Yeah.
I will be baking Saturday morning before the event and then running over to you guys, so I'm doing first bake there, but then I'll be there Sunday recovering as well. So
wonderful.
Hell yeah.
Thomas, you got any food recs?
One of Hana and I's favorite spots. I know Cameron has an Indian place on a recommendation as well, but we'll shout another one. Woodlands on West End, just on the west side of downtown. They're an Indian place that's full vegetarian. So full vegetarian, a lot of good gluten-free options as well. Gluten-free is generally not so much an issue with Indian food, but they also cover that as well. But it's primarily a vegetarian Indian place. Really, really great stuff there. I'm a big fan of if you just want like casual American dining, whether it's for dinner or you want to get some brunch. Also, there's a Mockingbird right next to the Whole Foods downtown. I like Mockingbird quite a bit. Oh man,
Mockingbird next to Xiaohan, right?
It is. It's right next
downtown
to
over there by Pins or whatever.
It's right by Pins. Yeah.
Great spot.
The best Chinese food in town is the Chinese food in the shopping market lot near in Hermitage off the exit for James and Cameron's place. And the best taco and or burrito in town is the taco truck at the base of the hill over by their place as well, which is a little bit out of town.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
I don't. But it's the Shooters. So it's Shooters Bar.
Yeah, go to Shooters Lounge.
Because there's 3 taco trucks right by my apartment, but it's the taco truck in
front of the Z Mart.
In front of the Z
Yes,
Mart.
in front of Shooters Bar.
Next to the gas pumps closest to Shooters. Yeah.
Well, because there's 2 taco trucks in a gas station.
Correct.
But the one in the Z Mart by Shooters.
Yes.
Holy, that place is good.
Yeah, that place is good.
There's no business being that good.
Yeah, I'll have another couple of recs. The big one, if you like donuts, we have the best donuts in the world here at $5 Donuts.
Dude, I just had some over this ice storm.
Dude, yeah,
they come do food swaps with us, bro. There's only like 4 of them, so they come drop off food at Pauper, and we do a trade with them. It's like the best trade every time.
That's awesome.
Like whatever you guys want, it's worth it. Give me.
Yeah. Love $5.
That's sick.
Barcelona Wine Bar, also pretty good small plates place in the similar neck of the woods as Pauper.
Hippo, me?
Your turn.
All right. Sandori is my favorite restaurant in Nashville, like by a mile. Holy crap, this place is good. It's Indian. It's the best Indian food I've ever had in my entire life. It's out in Donaldson, so a little bit out of the way. But if you happen to be in this area or for some whatever reason, Sandori, I cannot recommend it enough. Dream Burger in East Nashville.
Damn it, that was one of mine.
I'll let you take that one. Hattie B's chicken. There we go.
Good lord.
I like it because I can have gluten, and they do naked tenders.
It's consistent. They do naked tenders that are good. You know, it's not going to be the best chicken place of all time, but listen, they do their stuff good. You know, I had them at an airport once. It was still great. So,
especially if you're here for Nashville and you want to do the hot chicken thing, there's a lot of Hattie B's around, and I like it better than all the other ones. So, and then shout out to Peg Leg Porker downtown. It is a barbecue joint. It's like dry rub ribs, and they're extremely good as well.
Yeah, I like Edley's too for local barbecue. I think Edley's is quite good.
Edley's to me is a better bar, but worse barbecue. But like Edley's is a hangout spot. It's fantastic.
Peg Leg's
nachos, barbecue pork. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh. All right. Yeah. Well, Cameron alluded to it. One of mine is also Dream Burger. It is a little smash burger food truck right outside of this place called the Vinyl Tap Room. So inside they have a bar with an actual like stage in there. And they also have like a vinyl shop. So you can find a bunch of cool vinyl. I've bought vinyl there. It's pretty sweet.
It's a fun thing to do.
It's
go get burger and
you just like go wait. Yeah, you can also just like wait in there and go like find your record you want and then go and your food's ready for you. Yeah, it's really sweet. Cool little thing. The burger is delicious.
That is my favorite burger in Nashville.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I might check that out this weekend because everyone talks about that place and I still have not been there. And I've been to like
I don't get
95
fries
trucks in Nashville.
I don't get fries anymore. I just get 2 burgers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Why not get 2 burgers and fries? They're the dream, dude. What's wrong with you?
I would rather get 3 burgers. If I can stomach it, like there's no, it's just wasted space, man. It's so good.
It is really good.
And they let me, I bring my own buns because I can't have gluten, so I bring my little gluten.
They let you do that? That's awesome.
Yeah, and they
That's
just
amazing.
steer them up on the grill, and they're super chill about it. It's very, very good.
And then if you want to catch me at dinner
On Friday night.
if you want to find me on a Friday, you can go to JV's Poorhouse in Hermitage, Tennessee.
Caveat: it's so mid.
It's extremely medium. I am not saying it is the
Extremely
greatest
medium.
thing that ever. It is extremely medium.
The wings
up there
are
with
fine.
Applebee's.
Wings are
Yeah,
fine, but like
It's gonna have its own category in the list. This is where James will be.
Everything is like
go here for this.
okay. Nothing is just bad. So there's at least that. And then as joking aside, think of another place.
I will.
Honestly, another burger place I'm gonna shout out is
Pharmacy's
Pharmacy Burger.
good.
pretty
in
pretty
East.
damn good.
Yeah, Pharmacy's good.
Yeah, it's an East. I don't go on the west side. Sorry, very very often. So
The forbidden side.
yeah, I just don't go over there very often. So yeah, I think Pharmacy's insane. Their burgers are delicious.
Mm-hmm. What day is the tournament? It's a Saturday.
It is.
Saturday the 31st.
Man, if we get done at a reasonable time, I could be convinced to cube if people want to cube afterwards too. Especially if there's people are cubing at a hotel. I could be. I don't know
You
about
could
you.
be. It'll certainly be no earlier than like the earliest possible would be like 10 or 11 by the time we're done and
I
going
would
to get food.
if it gets done at 10 or 11. I would cube afterwards, especially if the Bama crew is in. If they want to cube, I would. Cube.
I could probably make it happen.
Yeah, I'll put something in my body and make it work. Like an energy drink, not drugs. Yeah, like a Celsius. Jesus, I'm like, wait, like made it sound like I was gonna do Adderall.
I thought we were talking more about Thomas laying the pipe again.
oh yeah, you know.
Gonna put something in my body, charge
Oh,
up,
man.
and get going.
Hell yeah.
I like when I texted Thomas my list and like a food, and I said things to do, play the Common Ground Cup.
Yeah, all these food recs and then things to do recs, play the cup.
I don't know. I just play Magic, man. I don't know. That's like what I like. The Pens Mechanical is a cool arcade bar downtown.
Yeah, we had our
Yeah,
after
it's
party
really
for our wedding there. It was a good time. And
Nice.
again, if you're going to Mockingbird or something
that's
for brunch
really cool.
or Shaohan for dinner over there, just walk over. It's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Pens is super fun. But other than that, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's assuming it wouldn't absolutely just beyond cold. There's like cool nature stuff over around here, but
Oh, like yeah.
but it's just
It
gonna
will
be
be
really
cold.
really cold.
It will still
Well,
be
we got
cold.
some folks from Michigan.
It's still gonna be probably colder than you want to like go out and like view nature.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like Cheekwood Gardens is
I-
cool. It's just probably not the week for it,
yeah, agree. Especially I mean, today would have been amazing
With the
at
ice,
Cheekwood.
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna stay
Yeah.
that melted.
Like
Yeah,
actually,
frozen.
today would have been insane with like everything frozen over. That would have been beautiful. Wow, man, I should have did that. It's not too late. I'll go out there.
You're on your own.
But any other final Nashville thoughts? Anything? Cube?
No,
like
I'm
I said,
just- I'm
if you want to
just
cube
excited.
afterwards, come find me.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm very
excited.
excited.
Excited to make it happen. Excited to see y'all, fam.
Excited to talk to everybody. Yeah, for sure.
Register
Sure
ephemerate,
that-
everyone.
Yeah, register ephemerate or these other 3 cards. Are we gonna text that in Discord too? You want to do that tonight too, so people have heads up. If they're in the Discord, then they got the know abouts.
Yeah, they know it's coming. I think
Oh,
I think
cool. Then they can
even
have a card.
Thursday release will be plenty of time too. So
Sweet.
yeah, I'll put the list together sometime this week. I got time tomorrow. I got no work today, tomorrow.
Well, I was saying with cards. Like the list of cards for the bounty. If like we put that in the Discord, then they can think about what they want to do instead of like 3 days ahead of time or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's 2 days ahead of time. Yeah.
I can put together a little something.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It was cool to hear the intro in person for once. That was like a dream come true.
In person, quote, in person.
In person, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fun. We're looking forward to hanging out with you, dude.
So bucket list item check.
Yeah, I'm very excited to have you.
It's been way too long since
I'm looking forward to it. Be good. This might be my last Magic event ever. We'll see what happens. So
shut up. No, it's not.
Hey, we'll see. I thought I was already out until you guys asked. I was like, well, yeah, obviously I want to do that more than anything in the world, of course. Yeah.
So have you been having fun playing Magic then?
Yeah, it's fun. I haven't been loving like the actual grind where like I used to be playing like 4 or 5 leagues a day, and like it used to be like a part-time job for me. But
I don't think anybody likes that.
I used to. It was great. It was like, yeah, like I used to pay rent through it, And now it's like the economy's way different. The grind's a lot of these formats are worse, but I'm excited for Pauper. Pauper's always been great. It's been really fun playing these last few weeks, though.
No, good. And I hope you find like a good healthy relation of Magic that you like enjoy it as a hobby and not. Cause I couldn't imagine trying to pay rent off Magic. That just sounds. It wouldn't be fun.
A good healthy Magic relation. We call it Cube. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get into
it. Oh baby. I gotta. Okay, we can cube Saturday. You're gonna cube with me Saturday. That's what I heard. Saturday.
Maybe. We'll see what time it is. I'm not saying no. That's for sure.
Well, if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed this episode. A little broad overview of the meta, some goofy bounty stuff. A nice little feature of Elliot. Some banter.
Ooh.
If you got any questions, comments, concerns, you can send those to commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. You can also join our Discord. That's way cooler. All of us are in there. Ask questions there. There's a question tab, mailbag tab. You can throw them there. You could privately DM us. You could tell us things you're angry about.
There's also based on a bit we said like 2 episodes ago or whatever, where we mentioned my friend Chelsea. 3 episodes ago, we mentioned my friend Chelsea, and then later I think it was James said "Dear Chelsea" and trying to remember what the Dear Abby column was called. And so I immediately messaged my friend Chelsea and like, hey, if we as a bit did a Dear Chelsea column as a bit on the podcast, would you actually answer these questions? And she said yes. So there is a Dear Chelsea section in the Discord. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but I like a good bit. So if you have an actual anonymous life question that's an anonymous form, you can put that in. I will send it to Chelsea. I will read an actual answer on the podcast.
Be funny.
We'll see if it happens, but not all bits are created equal, I suppose.
I'm gonna do it after the event. Hey, the co-commentators are mean to me. What do I do?
Yeah. How would you work through some people content creator whose work you have enjoyed, but all of a sudden in covering your feature match, you seem you've changed your tune a little based on some comments they made.
Just Dear Chelsea, no one registered Ephemerate today.
wait till you meet Bridezilla.
Oh god,
I'm excited.
You're not gonna meet Bridezilla. That's why
I like that. I like authority and getting the job done. I appreciate that more than the clown nonsense behind the scenes. Okay, clown nonsense on camera only.
There we go.
Oh no, I'm super serious on camera. I don't let any slides.
Dear Chelsea, my commentator is too serious today.
Dear
Chelsea, my commentator has a giant
lie
stick up
on the
podcast. yeah, deceit.
No, that's a magic card.
It is. I believe you. I don't know what it does, but
it's grief.
Oh,
it's cool. Grief for black.
Or white.
No, that's the black, blue one.
Oh, or blue.
Yeah. Well, no, the blue is draw cards. Or no, the blue is...
Oh, that's right.
It's something. Yeah.
You have to do both. That's right.
Yep.
Blue, black.
It's bounce a creature.
That one's bounce a creature.
I have no more thoughts.
Anyway. Yeah, neither do I. Cool.
Right.
Let's not talk about standard cards. Let's keep it to Pauper.
It's hurting. I thought those were draft cards.
No, that's a mythic rare. It's the incarnation
Cube cards,
cycle.
Guys, we're a Cube podcast. Get it together.
Anyway, come play the Common Ground Cup. Thanks for listening. We love you. Bye.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Later.
See you this weekend.
Bye. See you guys soon.
See ya.
Colony Garden.